As we know, carries a certain amount of clay. This year, there's much more of it than usual, drifting in on the currents, settling in the riverbeds, and kicked up by the wild thrashing of the crocodiles. This thrashing not only dramatically changed the color of the water, but it fouled it to the point of killing the fish. But frogs, as we know, can get out of the water when they have to, which they did. But frogs still need water, and when they can't find it in the streets of our city, they what?
Oh, they die?
They die! And then they decompose. And then the gnats come, and the maggots come, and the flies come. And then what? The flies die.
All right, call lawyer. How about Shema Shai by Shema Kakadash? Double honor to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to you, sincere brothers out there pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. Shalom, shalom. That's just the excerpt from that Hollywood movie they had, Exodus, Gods and Kings, and it's Hollywood version of the Bible. We know it wasn't entirely biblically accurate, but in that particular scene, that was accurate because the Lord brought great plagues upon Egypt, plagues that were never seen. And the scriptures tells you about that. The scriptures tell you about those plagues which were brought onto Egypt, and then it also tells you that He's going to bring plagues to America and certain illnesses that were never seen before. And it also talks about the different curses. One of the curses that will be put on Israel will be diseases, plagues and diseases. And one thing about it now, man, the Lord hates one of the things the Lord's hate is pride. I believe in that particular verse. It's a proud look or a haughty look or one of those two, which proud and haughty are the same thing. And, that's all this society is based on, pride. Continual pride. And that's all over America. They have a term called Southern hospitality, which they try to generalize that people in the South are more hospitable and, nicer. That's bullshit. That's complete bullshit. But this entire place has to go. This man's system has to go, and it's going. And, any kingdom that's fully functional, there's no government shutdowns. What is that? What is that about? So you got a lot of changes coming up, man, and the big prophecy that everybody's talking about is the microchip, because that's going to give them complete control over the people, and that's going to that's their only means of kicking off their new world order, having that microchip implanted in people so they can control them. But into the scriptures, I got Isaiah 31:1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, they are many and horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. There you go. Like he's going to tell you in verse 3, the Egyptians are men and not the Most High. The horse is flesh and not spirit. When the Lord shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is helping shall fall down, and they shall all fail together. And that's what's going on with our people trusting in this place that has done so much damage. They've taken so much money away. You know, they've caused so many atrocities and iniquities. And one thing that was going on in Egypt, you had a lot of sexual immorality. You had mothers sleeping with son, you know, father with daughter, or father or man with his sister, or all kind of crazy shit. That was the way of the Egyptians, and our people began to do that same stuff, which was considered abominable. And that's basically what happened to America, man. It's been, people's spirits have completely gone away from the way of the Lord so much that when we read the Bible, it's like a nuisance. You know, here it is, these commandments were given to us and only Israel by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, especially for us. And we're trying to reach our people, and you know, they're just completely devoid of any righteousness. They completely, you know, hate us for it, and they completely, you know, they don't want to hear what the Heavenly Father has to say, their Creator, the one who's kept them going, the ones who had mercy on our people, and you know, even though we're in captivity, the Lord, you know, it could be much worse than it is. You know, the Lord had great mercy upon us, because going into when the Northern Kingdom came here to America, when the so-called Southern Kingdom came here, you know, different things that we were doing, they were pretty wicked. You had people into everything under the sun, divination and worshiping other deities, when they fully well and knew that the Yahweh Bashim Yahushai was watching them. And that's basically, you know, what's going to drive the Lord to bring his fury and his wrath on. And that's the day we're waiting on, man. Because the scriptures talk about the day of the Lord is darkness, not light. Woe unto them that ask for the day of the Lord. Hey, and that's why, you know, brothers pray up so much and meditate upon it, because we want to be saved in that day. We want that to be our we want that to be a shining moment where we can keep faith, and the Lord has mercy on us and brings us into his kingdom. Right? That's what brothers are looking for every day when we wake up. But I'm gonna just jump into some facts on this shutdown real quick. It's not gonna make it long if the computer doesn't wanna. This is the new thing that Esau is talking about. That's funny. Thumbs up. Okay. It says Georgia removed nearly 8,000 people from food stamps each month between April and October for failing to meet the work requirement. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution reported the rapid rise in food stamp revocation was a 20-fold increase from the 356 people removed each month between October 2017 and March 2018. So they're not playing. They're serious about this. They're cracking down on this because, you know, Jake, people, they do exploit the system. They do exploit, and the scriptures tells us what? Proverbs 6:6, go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest. How long wilt thou sleep, O sluggard? When wilt thou arise out of thy sleep? There you go. And ants, man, ants don't stop. You know, we can't do it like ants, but the point of the scriptures being, you do have to work hard. You do have to labor, labor in the truth, labor for the Lord, do the things that the Lord requires of us. And you got a lot of our people that no matter how hard you say that, they don't care. They just want to exploit the system. They want to use the system. They want to lean on this place and you know, be a sluggard. You know, think that everything is sweet. But as you can see, it's like the scriptures say, trust not in Egypt. They're cracking down on that. They're cracking down on that, and you know, the scripture, pride coming before a fall. The most proud people, and some of the most proudest people on this earth are these Israelite women, because they have the system as a crutch they can lean on, and you know, a crutch is designed for, you know, if you're in need of assistance or something like that, you can use that until you finally heal and you get back on your own 2 feet. Well, if you use that crutch too long, you know, your the part of you that's injured, you know, whatever your lower extremity, your foot, your ankle, or whatever, it's never gonna have the same strength when you start to walk on it again. And that's the case with these women. Just like you know, this video is a response to the brother Masha Patnam from GMS Indianapolis. You know, good brother. Got a chance to meet him not too long ago, and just like he brought out, excellent scripture, Isaiah 32, and Isaiah goes in on these women. Isaiah goes completely in. Isaiah 4, Isaiah 32. You know, it talks about many days and years shall you be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women. And our women right now are not trembling at all. That's why when you YouTube and you look up black women, which a lot of these Israelite women, they go under that cover of being black. A lot of them are not even black, but a lot of them are not so-called black, but we just say black women as a reference to the Judite woman. A lot of them, man, are just out of control. And the Lord sees that, and He's going to correct that. He's going to correct that, and the prophecies are going to happen, because these women, once again, man, these women are going to get caught off guard, just like a lot of our people. And that's why it's so important to, like the scriptures say, go to your fathers, ask for the old ways. And you would never had. Even going back to, you know, after post-slavery and all of that, and our forefathers were free, and there were some of the most hard-working people. You know, they'll tell you some crazy stories of them having 2 jobs, having 3 jobs, having to walk a mile to work, you know, busting their ass to make ends meet, and that spirit has kind of been lost, because Esau, you know, gives out a few crumbs here or there. But hey, we gotta maintain, man. We gotta keep going, to keep pushing, and keep our energy in this, because this is going to pan out. It's going to happen, and coming to terms with it, having faith, is a huge part of understanding who you are and understanding the Bible, because the Lord put us in a situation where we can't physically change anything. Only He can do that. You know, we sigh and cry, and we have faith that the Lord is going to do what He says He's going to do, which He is going to do what He says He's going to do. It's just a matter of time. Just to keep it simple. Basically what's happening with the shutdown, though, the Department of Agriculture is having cuts. They're having budget cuts. One of the things they're gonna cut is the people on food stamps. And this has been up in the air for a while. This has been on the table for a while, because Esau's trying to keep his kingdom. He's trying that, you know, they're trying to stay afloat. But hey, it's all ultimately up to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua how long they stay afloat. This is another article. Shut down the cut office overseeing federal food stamps by 95%. This is from yesterday. As the government shutdown loomed over the holidays, heads of federal agencies and departments overseeing health and public assistance services tweeted that regardless of what was happening in Washington, they were attending as much as possible to business as usual. And they go on to say that 61% of the Department of Agriculture's employees will continue to work through the first week of the shutdown, but that number would decrease the longer the shutdown continues. So, it's one mistake and Trump could fucking throw America into chaos. All it takes is one slip up, one bad decision, one bad week. It's crazy. It says what? By the end of the 5th day of the shutdown, staffing will be cut by 95%. So, and you get the point. Got one more for you too. This is from USDA.gov. This is the USDA shutdown plan summary, right? Summary of activities to be continued in the event of a government shutdown. Then it goes through the different ones, and one of them is what? Oh yeah, food and nutrition services. Available appropriations to child nutrition, WIC, and SNAP programs. Continue operations for child nutrition, SNAP, and WIC programs to ensure protection of property. And if this would happen, the number of staff will go down to 5%. I don't know if these numbers are national numbers or if these are for a particular state. I think these might be national. Salakia, I should have already known that, but I believe these are national numbers for national workers, and so they're gonna cut it down. Everything's gonna get cut. Money's gonna get cut. Hey, what it said, the vineyard shall fail. So, and these poor farmers, they're already on the edge too, because they've been forced to work for these huge major corporations, and they basically have them on the edge of fucking bankruptcy. So this place is corrupt against its own people. So of course it's gonna be corrupt against the Israelites. And just like in that scene, Exodus, I'm gonna go to Exodus 7:10. It said Moses and Aaron went into Pharaoh, and they did so as the Lord commanded. And Aaron cast his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent. It said, then Pharaoh also called the wise men and the sorcerers, now the magicians of Egypt. They did also in like manner with their enchantments. There you go. So right now Esau is calling on, just like Trump had his people read at the inauguration. He has his pastors and his special pastors and all this shit. And, they're reading the Apocrypha. You got people putting up Trump billboards. I should get a picture of. This is a poster that they had actually in St. Louis. It said, the word became flesh and make the gospel great again. So these crackers, man, have so much faith that this man, is some sort of great leader in the history, the history of America and America's great citizenship. They have no idea who they are. They have no modern just this. So it's interesting, man. These people, Trump is just like every other U.S. president, man. If you notice, once they go in, they look a lot more cheerful, a lot more happy. And then when they come out of office, you start to see a lot of gray. You start to see a lot of droopage in their eyes. You start to see them, gain a lot of years because they got a lot of weight on their shoulder of keeping this wicked ass kingdom afloat. And then it tells you 2 Timothy 3:8. Now as Jannes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth men of corrupt minds reprobate concerning the faith, and they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be manifest unto all men, as theirs also was. There you go. And at a certain point, which, we're really in that point right now, people are going to really start to openly question their leaders. They're going to start questioning these pastors. They're going to start to question certain prophecies that are kicking off, which, that you got that going on now on YouTube. You got people putting up videos and brothers reposting videos on that sort of thing. So, like I said, man, their folly shall be manifest unto all men. You're going to start to see a lot of people going to snap because their spiritual guide, they're not going to be able to give them any real-time information on what's going on. They haven't been keeping the law. They haven't been following the scriptures, basically. They haven't been seeking out the true teachers of the doctrine of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Hey, but with that being said, I hope this lesson was edifying. Call hello, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Akakadah, Shalom.